Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Chris here with a back recap of last night's games and a look ahead to today's game, Saturday the 28th. Um, so let's get into last night. All right, this is the lineup I gave you guys. 305, not bad, but um, you weren't gonna win cash games for this one. Um, I entered it in a 10-person league and won, I think, what, 360? Yeah, that's what it won. So yeah, not not too much. So let's get into it. All right, Reggie Jackson disappointed. Even at overtime, he's still only at 25. That was a big bust right there. I mean, still not bad, but expecting way more from him. Langston Galloway, 30.7. Like I said, I was either going to pick Galloway or Parker, and Parker finished up with 31. So he only got zero point 0.3 more. So either one would have worked fine. Turner was really disappointing to me. I thought he'd have a way better game than this. Only 18. Yeah, I was actually leaning on him because I thought he was one of the better ones in my lineup, but that did not work well. Guyana's solid 29, expecting a little more, but still take that. Michael K. Gilchrist, solid 31. Jay Crowder, not bad, 23. Expecting a little more from him, but 23 is fine for his value. Um, let's see here. All right. My play of the night, LaMarcus Aldridge, which I guys told you guys last night, was a must play, and obviously he was. 58.7 went off against OKC. Kevin Love, that was a solid play. An extra bonus because James and Irving didn't play, so 41, that was perfect from him, and then Andre Drummond, 45.5. So not bad. Power forwards and my center, they totally went off right there. That's who I was banking on. Um, then I was trying to get medium depth up the middle, so not bad. Um, I did do another one. I did do this lineup. A little bit better score, 317. I put in Westbrook, obvious reasons. I should have put him in the other one, but 68 solid. Um, Reggie Jackson 25, Pope 35, Turner again 18. Picked up Middleton, see how he did. Not bad, 25. Damari Carroll, solid 31. Um, Terrence Jones, he's been killing it recently. 40. Noel, 42. That's solid from him. And then Ruby Gobert, everyone, that was the play of the night. I mean, he didn't do bad. 30. I was expecting a lot more from Denver, though, but, I'll take that. Alright, let's get into today's games. Alright, well, there's not really much depth here all the way around. Not many big stars playing today. So, in the point guard position, it's pretty slim. So, I'm picking Rubio here against Memphis. I know Memphis is a good defensive team. Good thing though is Rubio doesn't really score. He's just an assist passer, a passer. So that's good. If I get 30 from him, that would be pretty good from him. Someone's got to score for Minnesota and get some assists. So hopefully, he continues his ways. I'm picking another. I'm going a little bit hard matchups here, but these two guys, Dragic and Rubio, they've been putting up solid numbers here recently. So I'm going to keep continuing with them. They are playing hard teams, but I still think they will have good games here. There's not really anybody else. John Wall. But he takes up quite a bit of price there. But you guys, up to you guys. And then for me, obvious play here has to be Eric Bledsoe. Here against San Antonio. Wade, not bad. Martin, not bad. Ellis should have a good game here. But I'm gonna go. Where is he at here? I'm gonna go with Caldwell Pope here against Washington. Washington's been a mess. They don't have Buell, um, Otto Porter. I think that's who will be guarding him, Otto Porter, and Rashad Butler. So, to Davis Caldwell Pope, I think we'll have a good game here against Washington. Alright, small forward here. I'm going with Kawhi Leonard here. I think this is a good play also here against Phoenix. I think Leonard is getting back on track here a little bit with his shooting. I think he'll have a better game tonight. Alright, another good pick is Luol Deng. I think Deng will have a good game here against Atlanta. I didn't have enough money for him, unfortunately. But he's a good pickup. You guys can put him in your lineup. But I'm going to go with DeMar Carroll. He's been quiet, but he's still putting up medium numbers here. So, hopefully 25 to 30 from him. Alright, good play, Zach Randolph. But the only thing, they got Deng and Pekovic from Minnesota, and they haven't been playing bad recently. So he's going to have a little bit of competition down low, but it's Big Z, and he finds a way to score, so he'll still have a good game. I'm going to go with Greg Monroe. Washington, like I said, has been struggling. Noel scored 40? Yeah, I think 40 last night against Detroit. Sorry, my bad, Washington. So I think Monroe will have another good game. Last night he got 50, 53, I think he got. So that was a good play. Alright, then I'm gonna go with Bunyarny here against Toronto. Toronto's not the best team guarding power forwards, and as long as I think Bunyarny continues his good play, he'll still see some good minutes here. So, and he's cheap, so I think a lot of people are going to be going with him today. Either Amari Johnson, and one of the power forwards, for Toronto, will have a good game here against New York. But I'm not sure who's going to be. It could be Patterson. It could be Amari Johnson. Valanciunas. One of the three big guys could have a good game. So, just not sure who it could be. So, I'm going to take the safe bet and pick Bunyarny here. And then last pick here. Picked him last night. Picking him again. Andre Drummond here also against Washington. I got three guys here against Washington. Pope, Monroe, and Drummond. So that's who I'm picking there. So alright, that's my lineup for Saturday. It's not bad lineup at all. Trying to even it all out here. So alright, I also have sleepers. There's not many sleepers today. But I got two. Let's see here. And they're both on the same team. So we're gonna go. Where's he at here? I'm gonna go with Jose Wambera. My sleeper pick. I don't think he'll have that bad of a game. Rondo's having his issues. So Devin Harris and Barra's going to take charge against Brooklyn. Not that good of a defensive team. So Barra, he'll probably get about 25, 30, hopefully. Somewhere in the 20s, but still not bad if you're trying to go cheap. Jared Bayless, not bad either. Tony Parker, another good play against Phoenix. Phoenix terrible against point guards. Then my last pick, this is only if Amari Stoudemire can't play. So, and Tyson Chandler is a game time decision. So, right here, Bernard James, I think, is another sleeper to pick up. He filled in last game. Only 27 minutes. 27 points right there. So if Stoudemire and Chandler are not feeling good, or I think Bernard James will be a good fill-in here against Brooklyn. That being said, I also think Brooke Lopez and Miles Plumlee will have a good game on the other side, taking on the backup. So, like I said, you just have to wait until the game time. So, all right, that's my lineup. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you have any comments, let me know. All right, guys, have a good day.